I'm so angry with myself. Oh, I've done it now. Oh, I just can't. I'm so angry with myself. So, hello everybody. We're ranking all of Erik ten Hag's transfers that he's ever made. It's going to be a great show. We've got a GOAT status, we've got a good status, we've got an average status, and we've got a poor status. We're ranking Erik ten Hag's transfers across his time at Manchester United. I haven't really fucked up with the audio. Everything went to plan. No, I am looking good. I'm looking forward to this video. It happens all the time. I keep doing this. I'm a fucking idiot. Anyway, so we're going to rank every one of Erik ten Hag's transfers, and just to be a little bit, sneaky, I suppose. Let's just pick one at random. Oh, Eriksen's in the good category. Oh, there are a few to do. We're going to get into that, of course. Very excited. But we have got a sponsor on the show, and it's Surfshark. And I bet they're happy that I'm actually got my audio fixed. If you don't know what Surfshark is, they've sponsored us before. It's a virtual private network. And one of the best things about Surfshark is their data protection services, ensuring my private messages, photos, videos, and other sensitive material is protected. And my personal favourite feature of Surfshark, and the thing I think you'll be most excited about, is that you can change your location on Netflix or location-specific streaming services so you can watch them anywhere in the world. Therefore, if you were in India and you wanted to watch your UK Netflix, you can change your location to London even though you are in India. That's how it works. You can use it across as many devices as you like, even if they're used at the same time. You can use it on Amazon, Android, Apple, all of that. I think you get the picture. And it's got great features as well, one of them being the alert system that will notify you if your personal information has been leaked online. And because Surfshark is super nice, they're giving United Stand viewers an extra 3 months free when you use the code United Stand. So you don't get 1 month free, not 2, but 3 months free. The link is always in the description, or you can scan that QR code next to me. Big shout out to Surfshark. I think you'll really, really, really enjoy it. And if you've not tried a VPN, give it a try. If you have, it's a good one to do. Big shout out to Surfshark. Right, let's get the tier list back on here. There might be a few tiers on this, if I'm being honest with you. So we've got quite a few players to get into, and we're going to start off. Right, you in the chat can start, right, poor, average, good. I'll give you a player, and then you get involved. Big up Surfshark, says Michael. Thank you very much. We've got people in the chat shouting out the sponsors now. They'll love that. So if you want to have any proper says, you can do it on Super Chat. I'm not stupid, but I will try and read this. This for me is a Monday in the international break where we can do something we never get to do. We always follow the news. We're always topical. It's a community thing. It'll only be the hardcore watching or people who are intelligent. And let's go. So Mason Mount is up first. So what are we thinking about Mason Mount? GOAT, good, average or poor? It is a little bit unfair on some of them. Hi Mark, can you rank Casemiro, Amrabat and Bruno Fernandes, says Theo. Theo has spent a super chat and is a legend, but Theo has just spent a super chat not realising the concept of the show. We are ranking all of his transfers, Theo. That means we're going to rank them all. So Casemiro will be there, of course. Would you bring back driving the Goldbridge with guests like Show Speed or Mini Minter or Angry Ginge, says Nathan. Nathan, if you want a job as my agent and you can book those 3 people, I'll quite happily drive them round. We can go for a meal deal. You know, in relation to 2 of those, I'll wipe their arse as well if they want to do a driving with Goldbridge because they're massive. Which 2 out of the 3 are massive? Speed, Mini Minter, or Angry Ginge? At the moment, yeah, I don't know who I'm kicking out. If I could pick 2 out of those 3 to do a drive, that's a different. Anyway, Mason Mount. So Mason Mount. A lot of people are saying average. Dickhead just said goat. I think the name says it all. But this is where I put Mount. I put him into the average. How can you put him into anything else? I will explain why. 1, he's injured, which I think is a bad start to your career. 2, we probably overpaid a little bit. 3, he got the number 7 shirt. 4, it was a bit of a shock signing. But 5, Ten Hag wanted him and is obsessed with him. So for me, it is neither a good or a poor signing. At the moment, I think we can only take it for what it is. Let's wait and see what happens. So average. At least we don't have to rate Pogba on his dope, says Anthony Murray. Yeah, I don't want to talk about Pogba tonight. Next one, we're going to do Onana. I'll be very... I mean, some of these I can skip through, but some of them have got layers. A lot of people want to say Poor. Poor wasn't needed and got the number 7 shirt as well, says Tina G. Can you remember Gina G? Ooh, just a little bit. Ooh, a little bit more. She was a lot better at singing, and she used to wear a short dress when you could wear a short dress and you weren't exploiting your arse. So well done to Gina G. She wouldn't get away with it now, though. Onana is in the... It's going to be a great show tonight. Onana's going to be a good cat. We're not doing a bloody poll on all of them. I'll do a poll on some. You're ruining it. You're bloody ruining it. Onana is a good signing for me. I think he's got the potential to be GOAT. I think he's got the potential to be average. He's probably got the potential to be poor. But right here, right now, I think we know we needed a goalkeeper that was going to play out from the back. And I think he was probably the best we could get. Relationship with Ten Hag in the past. They weren't going out. They weren't married. They were ex-colleagues. And I think he's a good signing. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. Next one, we're going to go with Sabitzer. So, look, I put, controversial or not, I put him in poor. I put Sabitzer in poor. And you know why I put him in poor? Because I like the player. But when he came in on loan in January, I'd liked him for a long time. And not because of his ponytail, because I thought he was a good footballer. And he didn't work out. I think when you come in on loan in January, to be a success, you've got to be offered a deal. He was never going to get offered a deal. What was his best position? Did he start when everyone else was fit? Did we sign him? Did he have a bad injury record? It didn't work out. I like the player, but it didn't work out at all. So for me, it's got to be a poor signing. There we go. Martinez. Theo Clayton, thanks for your super chat. We're doing Martinez next. And I know where I've put Martinez. Not his fault, says Jordan. No. Jordan, we're not blaming them. We're not looking at Sabitzer and saying your rubbish run was at fault, and you know your car was shit, and your banter was rubbish, and you never brushed your teeth. I mean, these are not anything Sabitzer did, so it just didn't work out. GOAT. This has worked out quite well. We've got one, and it's almost like we're trying to fill all the categories to make it look pretty. So, yeah, I've put Martinez in the GOAT status, mainly just to piss it. I've played the game. I've played the game. I can't believe this. Jim, I can't believe it. I played the game. Have you got your night stand on? I can't believe it. He's a steady Eddie. He's a Bilbo Baggins. Oh, Jim, are you still there? I've played the game. Well, I think he is a GOAT signing because let's not forget that with Martinez, Ten Hag wanted Timber. And then he went for Martinez and he got slated for being not big enough. But I think the status that Martinez has within the fan base, and I think the season he had last year, I think as a signing, he's beyond good. And I think you've got to put him into that GOAT status. I mean, GOAT probably makes it sound like he's bloody messy. It's just very good. You know, that GOAT just means very good. We're a YouTube channel. We're sensationalising it. He's better than good. He's very good, and therefore he's in the GOAT case situation. Casemiro and Liquor are GOAT. Please do play as CDM in the next Sidemen charity game. Well, it'd be nice to have a CDM in the next Sidemen charity game. So, yeah, I happily would do that. Off topic, I know. Sorry, but just curious. In your opinion, is there a conversation to be had with Bruno as our team leader and Sancho with the post, says Adin. Yeah, there probably is. Goldbridge is the GOAT with Casemiro and Martinez. Love from Ireland, says Xbox. Thank you very much, Xbox. So, our next player we're going to do is going to be Christian of Eriksen. I've done a spoiler on this at the start of the show. So, I put Eriksen in the good category. I don't know whether people agree with me on this, but I put Eriksen in the good category because we paid nothing for him. Absolutely nothing. Now, if we'd paid 30 million for him, maybe I'd push him down towards average, but he did come into the team and do very well up until the injury. So for basically 50% of his time here, he's been good. I think the injury took him out for 3 months. He had a bad end to the season and a slow start to the season, but predominantly when he was fit, he was good. And he was also free. So for me, I think you have... This is why I wanted to do this, because you've got to take into account the whole time they've been here, the price paid, etc. So I certainly would put him in as a good, yeah, definitely. This one was quite easy. If anybody disagrees with this, you can get out and go and kiss your gran. Weghorst. Unless your gran's dead. If she's dead, she's not going to appreciate it, and you'd probably get locked up. There's a crime there for kissing dead people. But if your gran's still alive, she's going to love a kiss. So go and kiss your gran, because your football knowledge is crap. Weghorst is... only go and kiss your gran if you think Weghorst should be higher, basically. Yeah, you can go in there. You can get out. What was his name? Don't think you're going to skip through. Fennick, one of the moderators, has put goat. Fennick kiss... You've gone up 3 there. I said go and kiss your gran if you think he's good. You've said he's a goat. God knows what you're doing with your gran then, Fennick. If you're kissing her for a good, imagine what you're doing for a goat. Tom's doing it with his gran as well. Anyway, enough of that. We've got poor for Weghorst. Oh, come on. Let's be honest. He was, you know what he was? He was the guy who everybody likes, but nobody wants to, invite. He is good. He cared. He was passionate, but he was crap. End of story. He scored last night, though, didn't he? Score against Ireland. Reguilon. Well, you know what? Reguilon's boring. I've put him into the average category. It's unfair to put Reguilon into poor. He's never kicked a ball for us. My girlfriend is giving birth soon, says Rory. Is it yours? And well, people are going to go, Goldbridge, that's violating Rory. But Mark, it literally says, Mark, my girlfriend is giving birth soon. This is turning more into a FIFA stream. They're not married. Even if they were married, she could have cheated. So I need more information. Don't jump the gun, basically. Rory, your girlfriend is giving birth. We're all going to assume it's yours. Congratulations. If not, Rory might be in a sad place going, my girlfriend's giving birth soon. What do I do? It's not mine. But we assume it is. I'm digging a hole, Rory. Congratulations. I've panicked. Average for Reguilon. And I think this... I like this comment. FK says this list is not doing Erik ten Hag any favours. Exactly. That's the whole point of doing this, to see how he's doing. So I've gone with average for Reguilon. I will tell you why. He's never kicked a ball, so it's not fair to put him in poor. It's... you can't say somebody's crap in bed when you've not been to bed with them, basically. To be blunt, and if they were blunt, they'd probably be very good. But the reality is, he hasn't played a game for us, so you can't put him in poor. That's just petulance. But I'm not putting him in good because we wanted Cucurella. So I think it's an average signing that has the potential to become poor. Loza wants to talk about Malacia. He'll get his chance. Stop panicking. I haven't missed anybody out. Could be controversial next, but it's still a signing. It's Anthony. Where would you put Anthony before I put him out? And don't say what I think some people might say. I'm not here for that. Weghorst and has to go down as one of the best signings we've done in the club's history alongside Slabhead. Love the channel. Keep up the good work, says Aman. Some people are saying average. Some people are saying good. Average at best. Yeah, I tell you where I've put Anthony. I've put Anthony into average. Now, I like Anthony. I like the player. And I felt that this was going to be a big season for him. I felt that the first season is all we've got, and it was an up and down season, and there was a few injuries, there was a World Cup, there was some really good games, and there was really some a few average games. So, and also, let's be honest, he's now suspended or not playing. So I nearly did. You know what? Probably, maybe it would have been controversial to put him in good. I think it's more controversial to put him in poor. I think average is where he lives at the moment. And I think the thing that pushed him into average for me wasn't the fact that he's not playing at the moment, wasn't the fact that it was an up and down season. The thing that put him into average for me was probably the price tag. The price tag, if he'd been a £50 million signing, I'd probably say it's been close to good. But because of the price tag, I think I'd probably put him in the average at the moment. But hopefully he's back playing soon, and hopefully he can show us what he's all about. Aman, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much. We haven't seen the spin for a while as well, which I'm actually disappointed about. So another candidate. It's not actually, look, you know what? around the halfway house. It's not actually looking good for Ten Hag at the moment, I suppose. But I've got some topical news about the sale, actually. I should have done that. I put Anthony, Brett Grace. That's what I didn't want to read out, so I'm not going to read that. Johnny Evans, got to be poor. Got to be poor. People will say that's really unfair. He hasn't played any games for us yet. Did you not watch Arsenal? He did play against Arsenal, but even if he hadn't been... when are you going to do an Ollie tier list as Gareth Southgate? When you resign, you shit, Pratt. It's not the real one. But I've put Johnny Evans into poor because of what Loza says. He's a very poor signing. Like, we've bought a 35-year-old who just got relegated with Leicester. Man United could have got Kim Min-jae. We've gone from Kim Min-jae to Johnny Evans. It's ridiculous. It's like going from Margot Robbie to Pat Butcher. It's a massive drop-off. So, and I like Johnny Evans. I don't like Pat Butcher. But I do like Johnny Evans. But it's a bad signing. It's like signing Patrice Evra. I like Patrice Evra, but I don't want him to be left back for Man United anymore. It's never personal. If it's personal, I'll tell you. It's not personal. I just don't think it's a good signing. And that's on the club. I don't blame Johnny Evans for coming back. I mean, I'd bloody go and play for Man United at centre-back. Why wouldn't you? You can't. You got to love the vibe. You got to love the, passion. But I don't think it's a good signing, so it's a poor signing for me. Pat Butcher's GOAT tier says 3 stacks. Some people won't know who Pat Butcher is. Look her up on Google. You'll know what I mean. Next one. Well, this is where it starts to get a little bit better because I'll argue with anybody about this. For me, GOAT, Casemiro. Yeah, we've got one in there. It's starting to look a bit better now, isn't it? Yeah, Casemiro straight into the GOAT section. I just think, arguably the best centre defensive midfield. Smash a like on the video. It's full of goats. I've never seen so many goats in the live chat. Yeah, love it. Love the show, Mark. Would you get the Glazer signature ponytail hairstyle on your head for them to sell to Qatar? Says Ali. Probably. Joel says Anthony's average overall, but good if you consider he's the best right winger we've had since Ronaldo in terms of doing what the manager wants. Thank you, Joel. There we go. Nice bit of support. So I put Casemiro in the GOAT status. Best CDM in the world in the last 10 years, as far as I'm concerned. And I think that last season you take. In fact, I saw somebody on Twitter today saying that Jorginho for 10 million better than Casemiro for 60, and I was like. From GOAT to shrew. I mean, that's a stupid statement, isn't it? He is the reason. This is why you need to watch a team to understand a team. And I watch a lot of football, but I obviously watch a lot of Man United. And I think there's people who don't watch United who think Casemiro's crap. He's the reason we got top 4 last season. He is the orchestrator, the conductor. We haven't had a player like that since Michael Carrick. So GOAT for me, bit of a slow start to the season, and he was a little bit slow after the international break in April as well. Maybe that's an age thing, I don't know, but still a GOAT. Theo, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much. Right, Bienda, who have probably pronounced it wrong. Who are you? I don't know, but you can go in the average category. I mean, he's a reserve goalkeeper. He has got a good reputation. He's not going to be replacing Onana. Is our goalkeeper roster better now than it was a few months ago? De Gea and Heaton to Onana and Bienda. Well, it's certainly a step up in relation to what Ten Hag wants. I don't know anything about him. A bit like Reguilon, I've got to put him in the average category. The fee was okay. His reputation is reasonable. He's a backup goalkeeper. He's an average signing. I was waiting outside to see you after the game with my boy. He was devastated. He didn't see your great game, says Mark Holder. Yeah, they protect us a lot at that game. We don't get to mingle that much. Graham the Gimp. What's this from Raz? Graham the Gimp Souness is already calling out Hoyland. What amount? What? Let me at him. Let me at him. Let me at him. Scrappy do. Goldie do. Call it. Having a go at Hoyland. What about your hair, Souness? Your mum doesn't do your hair. That's Michael Oliver. You don't even do your hair, do you? Get out. What? I'm fuming. Casemiro is hands down the best signing we've made, says Z3. Sort of ruined the end of the show there. We're on to Hoyland. Look, Pratik, welcome to the Members Club. Every part of me wants to put Hoyland in the GOAT status, but that would be bias. I've got to put him in the good. He's only played half an hour, and I can't put him in the GOAT status yet, but I'm certainly going to put him in the good status. Some might say we overpaid. We probably did. That's not the player's fault. I'm really excited about this signing, and if you're excited about the signing, you've got to put him into the good, and that's where it is. We've got to see. I mean, I really do think he's going to step up into the GOAT status very, very, very quickly, but maybe to do that, if you look at the two players above him, they've had a season at the club. So he's a GOAT in waiting, says Headliner. He's a sheep who's got some super glue and a couple of horns. He can be a GOAT, and that's what he's doing. He's got, he's been born a sheep, but he's been down B&Q. He's got himself a couple of... he's got himself some super glue. He's seen another goat. He's killed it. He's took the horns off it, and now he's ready to stick them on and be a goat too. So yeah, goat for me, definitely. Not yet, but it's okay to overpay for young talent, says Yusuf. I really hope you're talking about footballers there and not what you do in your spare time. Malacia is going to come in here, and I don't know where I've put Malacia. I do actually. I put him in average. Now he's an interesting one. He is an interesting one, Malacia, because. And I tell you what, that's looking a lot better now, isn't it? Few people are saying good for Malacia. I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you, Larry Davis, and I don't agree with you, Angry United fan. I would put him in average. Trevor says WTF, which means what the fuck? Can't you write that? Liam Clifford, welcome to Members Club. He'll come good, some people are saying. You know what? In relation to Malacia, I think that this is a really interesting one because I would have put him in good probably half of last season. But could I tog out at centre-back for YouTube All-Stars, says Brandon. You need to listen to the podcast tomorrow, Goldbridge Saves Football, because we're going to be talking a little bit about that, and I can give you a bit of insight behind the scenes, what goes on. But Joe says he's been poor. I think that maybe people aren't thinking about Malacia's time at Man United. There's been a few too many injuries for me. One of them, again, now. There's been a few mistakes, but there's been a lot of eagerness, and I think at times I thought he was a good signing, and at times I thought he was an average signing. I think this season is really important. Joe says he's a bit mid, and that's why he's average. Seamless says he's been very, very good. I like him. Jack Star says good ? I think average is about right. Considering Anthony's in the average category, I think average is about right. But I would put him with Anthony in the sense that if he can get himself fit and keep improving. I mean, we hardly paid any money for him. He's the backup left back. He is developmental. I think he's got the obvious opportunity to work his way up. So I think average is about right for him really at the moment. Which leaves us with one final player to do. Can you guess who it could be? I think you should be able to guess who it could be because it's our most recent signing. It is, of course, somebody just said Jadon Sancho. Yeah, I mean, I think if Ten Hag had responsibility for Sancho, then he'd probably play him a little bit more. It's going to, of course, be Amrabat, and I put Amrabat into the good category because I know he hasn't played for us yet, but it's a little bit like Hoyland, isn't it? Is he a good signing? Yes, he is. Does he tick a lot of boxes? Yes, he does. He fits into what we need. It's a position that we need to strengthen in, and he has all the attributes, that tenacity, that ability to transition the play with his passing. I think he's a good signing, and I think for the price, which is literally, I mean, I don't know how much we've ended up paying. Is it 10 million? I mean, really, we wanted to pay 25 million. We just didn't have it. So I think he's a good signing, Amrabat, and I'm very, very happy with it. But there it is. That's all his signings. I don't think anybody's been missed out. I'm trying to think if there was any loan deals or anything like that, but I think we've covered them all. And actually, we've probably done it in quite a clever way because he's only been here for just over a year. And that tends to be what any manager's transfer system is like. That if you can have a success rate of 70% on your transfers, then you're doing really, really well. And I mean, he's signed two really, really good players there in Martinez and Casemiro, who've proved themselves. Eriksen's been a good signing. He's been here a year. 3 new signings are in the good category. And then in the average category, I mean, I think, as I said, Mason Mount has the potential to move up. Johnny Evans has the... not Johnny Evans is never going to move up. Is there a basement level? Anthony has got the potential to move up, as has Malacia. So I'd be reasonably happy. And also, when you look at the poor ones, does it not send a message to the problem at Man United is that they're all crappy signings because of who owns the club. Johnny Evans never would have been bought under a Qatari ownership or a new ownership. Weghorst never would have been here. Sabitzer never would have been here. Reguilon never would have been here. So the interesting thing is all the desperate signings are in the low category, and it shows you the problem at Man United, doesn't it? The players that are in the poor category never should have been brought in the first place. That poor category would be empty under Ten Hag if he'd had the backing that you need consistently, which is what people like Pep and Arteta get. So, I think that you could... I forgot Butland. I mean, Butland would probably go in the poor category as well. He hardly ever played. So, yeah, well done. I forgot about him. Dubravka would also go in the poor category as well. But again, they're loan deals, aren't they? And I think there's a running theme there. When Ten Hag is given the players that he wants, they tend to be in the good and, very good category. Whereas when it's loan deals which are desperate, then it tends to be very low. Hi, Mark. Is a replacement understudy for Casemiro a must in the next window? Along with Varane, it has to be. I can't stress squad depth enough, says Brody. I think we probably will look at that. Liam Clifford, if I haven't welcomed to this Super Chat, welcome to the Members Club, then really do. Mainu is from the youth. Atonics, we didn't sign him. Varane was signed by Ollie. God, you are really exposing yourself. Samuel's now saying Mainu as well. If you're going to support a football club, can you do a little bit of research? Mainu's from the youth, and Varane was signed by Ollie. Who do you think our best signing will be in the long run, says Jake? I hope it's Hoyland. I hope it's Hoyland, really. That's the one, because he's the youngest, and if he's a good signing, we've got him for a long time. It's your boy, Calv, says, Goldbridge, if you haven't tried them yet, get some sticky toffee pudding hobnobs. They are an elite biscuit. They sound elite, but they sound like they will, basically put you in an early grave. They sound unhealthy, but nice. A lot of things that are bad for you, actually, you know what I mean. Sofian Amrabat is a goat, says Dylan. So, yeah, I think that reflects quite well on Erik Ten Hag at the moment, and I'll look forward to revisiting that in a year. Who you think is going to move up and down? Very interested to see. That's going to get screenshots, so I'll go like this. There you go. Got a good tweet there now. Bit of breaking news. Adam Crafton in The Athletic is saying that Manchester United are either close or in talks for a new shirt sponsor. It's an American company of some... Is it Q or something like that? The logo looks absolutely crap. What Vout deserves his own category, says Savage. I said I would have some topical news for you. Diablo, welcome to the Members Club. Make sure you smash a like on the video, by the way. We're nearly at 1,000 likes, and I enjoyed doing something a little bit different. The thing that got me thinking about this, and I tweeted it earlier, is that if United are close to signing a new shirt sponsorship deal, and it's meant to be about 60 million quid with this American company, that will be for a number of years. I have to say, it's a little bit worrying that that United under the Glazers are looking to sign a deal with a shirt sponsor for a few years. Because if I was Qatar or I was Sir Jim, certainly if I was Qatar, I would be saying, do not sign a shirt deal with anybody. I don't want to inherit a shirt deal. And the Glazers might say, well, it's the best deal we can get out there. But I'd be saying, that's the best deal a Glazer Man United can get. A Qatari Man United is going to get more money than you're going to get at the moment. So it doesn't mean the club's not for sale. They have to keep running the club on a day-to-day basis, and they do need a sponsor because TeamViewer want to go. But it does worry me a little bit that the Glazers are potentially going to sign a shirt sponsor deal, because we'll definitely have more people interested at a higher price when we're owned by new owners than we will do under the Glazers, because United at the moment are not a brand that gives you confidence. In fact, I would be purposely can't remember the name of the sponsor, because it's not necessarily their fault. They're not the sponsor yet. But what happened to TeamViewer when they got announced as a United sponsor? They got absolutely bombarded. So this new sponsor, I'll guarantee you now, if it hasn't started already, it will do. They are going to get absolutely panned. It's an easy hit. It's an easy hit for United fans to target a brand new sponsor, and we've done it twice now. So I don't know why the Glazers are looking to do a deal, or Richard Arnold or anybody else is looking to do a deal with a shirt sponsor while the Glazers are still in charge. It will be bad for the sponsor, and it's not a good look for the club. And actually, if they just piss off, we'll get a load more sponsors who will be more interested in coming into United and be greeted with a positive fan base instead of doing it under the Glazers and absolutely getting your emails absolutely spammed to shit. So, yeah, I think that it is a bit of a weird story that we'll have to keep an eye on if you're interested in the future of Manchester United. I can't remember who signed Ten Hag, says Ray, and I said Mainu... Well, I don't know what you said here. For every time I think it can't get any worse for United, they go like, hold my beer, says Sakin. I said Mainu in response to CDM, long-term players, says Ben. Thank you, Ben. That makes sense. Well, you know, Amrabat can play in the holding midfield position as well. So, there we go. Mahid says the Glazers are staying. Well, you know my opinion on that. I don't think they're staying because they haven't got any money. And £60 million a year for a shirt sponsor is not going to be enough money either. So, there we go. S says, how the hell is Sabitzer poor? S, were you on a hike in the Himalayas for 4 months that Sabitzer was here? Or were you in a, coma or something like that? And if you were, apologies. It wasn't me who did him. I didn't put him in a coma. But I'm digging holes again. What I'm saying is, you clearly didn't watch Sabitzer at Manchester United. I can't be bothered with people who like a player, and then because they like a player, just completely paper over the cracks. Like, I like Sabitzer, but he wasn't good at Manchester United. And if he was good at Manchester United, he'd have a fucking contract, because he's gone for next to nothing to... Has he gone to Dortmund? So he wasn't good at Manchester United at all. And that's why he's in the poor category. Stian has invented the wheel, because he says, that's your opinion, Mark. Is it? Fucking hell, I wondered what I've been doing for 10 years, talking to people on a live stream. It's my opinion. Yes, it is. But it's all right. I'll take that challenge. I'll take your challenge, if that's your real name. Was Sabitzer a good signing? Yes or no? There you go. Get voting. No, you can't vote because I've ruined it. Oh, you know what? I'm not getting on with technology tonight. I'm hot. Was Sabitzer... Daily Hibbert's just gifted 5 memberships to help me out. Very good. So, I've had enough of this weather as well. It's just so... like sticky. That's something else. Hi, Mark. Can I be your goalkeeper for your YouTube All-Stars next season? I'm 20 stone and I know you would only be conceded 3 of the 8 goals, says Liam Devon Red. I thought Sabitzer was average, says Matt the Rat. I meant the goalie, not Erik Ten Hag, says Ray. Okay. People are getting a bit funny here. It's amazing how stupid people are, but they're probably doing it for the banter. 40% are saying that Sabitzer was a good signing. Please tell me, what did he do? What did he do? Like, he did nothing. Absolutely nothing in 4 months. I mean, I know he scored a goal, and but he was poor. If you asked him himself, he'd say he was poor. Did he get a contract at Man United? When everybody was fit, did he start for United? No. And unfortunately, he was injured. He was injured a lot. That can make you a poor signing. There we go. Exactly. Anyway, I've thoroughly enjoyed the show. I don't know whether you have. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I planned it. We executed it perfectly. It's been great to have the graphics up on the screen. I hope you've enjoyed it as well. We will be back in the morning at 10 o'clock. I'm going to go and have a lovely shower. and you're not invited, and I won't be thinking about any of you either. So you're not going to get me that way. You're not going to be in my shower, and you're not going to be in my thoughts. I'm just going to have a relaxing shower. I use that mint stuff. In fact, I'd love to be sponsored by you. I can't remember what you're called. It's the mint shower gel. If you know, you know. Brilliant. And if you put it in certain areas, it really does freshen you up. So love, it's brilliant. I can't remember what it's called. It's but it smells of mint. It's very, very fresh. It's the green one. That's what it is. Thanks everyone for watching. And 90% of people are now saying that he was a bad signing. I agree with you. I'm not going to read it back. I won. You lost. Speak to you all in a bit. Loved the show. Really enjoyed it. Something different. And I did enjoy it. Don't forget as well to check out Surfshark. Links in the description. You get 3 months free with that as well. Checking out Surfshark if you've not used the VPN before. And I'll speak to you all in a bit. Thanks for watching.